Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today we're going to be reviewing Mayhem Brawler. Mayhem Brawler is developed and published by Hero Concept. Mayhem Brawler is a beat 'em up, kind of like an arcade style beat 'em up, and it is $19.99 on Xbox. So Mayhem Brawler, you have lots of different characters you can choose, or well, several different characters I should say you can choose from, and basically in the aspect of the game is you come into the level. You can pick up items that are on the ground in order to use as weapons, but most of the time you're just going to be punching enemies, or, maybe you pick up a bat that you can throw at them, or pick up a gun that you can shoot some of the enemies, and then you can throw them around and other things of nature. It kind of has, if you ever played, like the Streets of Rage games, it definitely kind of fits in that kind of category. Um, the graphics in the game are very consistent with what you would expect in a game of this nature. The combat and the weapons and things are pretty decent. However, even playing on an easier difficulty, I felt like that the weapons and stuff didn't last long enough for what you could find, and then you almost always got to the point where you're just gonna have to go, hand to hand with almost every enemy and boss in the game. I mean, there's a little bit of an exception to that, but even on these easier difficulty, it was still uh, really. I mean, to some extent, in some aspects, I was wondering why the other items were even there because the combat itself was much better at defeating enemies than the items that I was picking up. Not that it's a bad thing or anything. Also, you do have a power up once you do some damage to some enemies, where you can like do a attack that basically is unstoppable, and so that's pretty nice to have in the game. However, that does drain pretty fast, so you have to be careful using that without wasting it. And the bosses are pretty actually difficult, but you get 5 lives in each level in order to try to beat it, and even if you die, you can start from where you left off. So, overall, though, I think the game is actually pretty decent for what it is. Um, I will say that the story in it, is nothing special. I wasn't that interested in it based on what I was seeing, and so I largely just was more into the combat itself. Uh, like I said, I feel like that they probably could have made the items that you can pick up and stuff last a little bit longer. That would probably have been useful, but the difficulty of the game is not too terribly difficult. Even if you're a pretty novice player at these type of games, you got to be able to get through them on the easier difficulties. Um, as for the achievements, they are not too terrible, but they're also going to take some time because you're going to have to beat the game on with different characters, and also find the different endings and things of nature. Um, though I do think it's a pretty doable 1,000 gamer score game if you take the time to do it. Um, Overall, I'm going to give this game a 6.5 out of 10. It's not really the best game in this genre that I have played, and the price is also, I think, pretty overpriced for it to being an arcade style beat 'em up. I would expect a game like this to be $10, not 20, and so that's kind of a point and a half that I'm taking off for that. But the quality of the game overall is actually pretty decent. So that's pretty much all I got for this one. If you do pick it up, let us know in the comments what you think, and have a nice day.
while staring at the ceiling in the hospital. Am I a real?